Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving into a unicorn, what could be the pinnacle of this distillery's offerings. You asked for it. Old Forester, President's Choice, sons of bitches, we made it. We're here at the top echelon of Old Forester's lineup, baby. So pretty excited to get this. Old Forester dropped these on their website for Father's Day. Isn't that amazing? I'm a father, and I got one for Father's Day. Isn't that great? So they didn't ship to a lot of places, so it took me a while to get it because I had to have it sent to another state. It just was a hassle to get it. Okay, but finally got it. It was expensive. You know, these are $275 hairs a bottle, or roughly, somewhere, I don't remember. $250 hairs a bottle, something like that. Highly expensive. And we're going to talk a lot about value here. These used to be $150 hairs like just last year. And there's a lot of controversy here for kind of two reasons. These are pretty much distillery only, right? That's the only way you can get them. You have to go down to the distillery, beg, borrow, steal, grease somebody's pockets maybe to get one. I don't know. But they were $150 hairs. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And they're aged anywhere between, I think, like 7 and 12 years is the range. This one happens to be 11 summers in the barrel, it says. You would think 11 years. This one, but on the back is where it really tells you how old it is. This says 132 months, which actually is dead on 11 years. But some of them will say like 10 summers, and you only hear it's like 9 years, and because like the summer fell within. So it's funny, you can actually get one that's less than what it says on the front. I think it's kind of interesting. The controversy here is in 2024, they dropped more of these than they have in the past 5 years combined. So they're dumping a bunch of these, right? And it just so happens they're dumping a bunch of them when they jacked up the price over $100 hairs more. So it's like you sold them, greedily, if you will, for $150 a bottle at the distillery, then boom, $250, $275 price, and it's like, we're dumping them. I got tons of President's Choice this year. So it's like, okay, I haven't had any of the older ones, so we're not going to be able to compare tonight if this is better than those. Seems a little greedy. And I think what we're witnessing here is Old Forester is leaning towards the wild turkey, screwing the consumer profile just a little bit, but they're doing it in a smarter way, let's say, right? They're not publicizing how they're fucking you. They just are secretly. Anyway, look, we gotta go to the tasting. This could be well worth the money. We don't know yet. It's 118.6 proof. Compute. 59.3%. Alcohol by volume. This is number 54 for those that just keep track of these like the racehorse winnings at the betting track. This is number 54. Now, they do come with this cool card with all the tasting notes. So my work's done. I'm just going to read this to you and we're not even going to taste it. Just kidding. We'll read it, but we will taste it. Aroma. Cherry cola dominates with white florals and bright mint notes. Taste. Caramel corn. See, that sounds shitty for 11 years old, right? I don't want to taste corn. I want to taste some goddamn oak. So I don't know, that seems weird. Caramel corn. Spiced nuts. What is this, Jim Beam? With hints of anise. Oh, I hate black licorice. And later notes of cherry and sassafras. Well, that sounds good. Finish. Baking spices and heat. Okay. This don't sound like a winner. Like if I read that, that sounds disgusting. And for 11 years old, where's the words oak? Where's the words leather? Where's the words tobacco? Where's the words oak again? 11 years old, come on. Anyway, I don't know that these are barrel proof, doesn't quite say. But enough chitter chatter. Let's get into it. Color. Nice and dark. Nice and dark, how we like. Can't say enough good things about that. Let's give it a whiff. Oh, it smells so damn good. It really does. The nose smells special. Okay, I'm getting a lot of cherry here. It is like a cherry cola note, but it's like a darker cherry. It's not that bright cherry of like Buffalo Trace type products like Stag Junior. You know, it's not that. It's a darker, richer maple syrup cherry, if you will. And I do get a nice backbone of oak. There's a nice fragrant oak here on the nose as well. It smells heavenly. It smells unmistakable, the Old Forester profile. I'm gonna put that out there. So like if you go smell a 1920. Yeah, it smells like a much better, well-aged 1920. That's what it smells like. It's got that cherry note in it. It's got the caramels. It's got the oak. This one has maple syrup on it too. All right, down the hatch. Oh my God, is that delicious. Oh, what a winner. What a winner on the palate. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious. Now, a couple things. It's a lot of cherry. It's a lot of fruit. It's a lot of caramel. And there's a nice, huge baking spices here at play as well. And there's a little bit of oak in the background, okay? Not as much as you'd expect, but there is a nice bit of oak in the background. It's thick. It is a thick SOB on the mouthfeel here. Finish lingers. The baking spice lingers for a long while. Just the right amount of proof to it. It's phenomenal. A+ rating from Bourbon Bill. Here's though where we have a problem. The problem is this drink's like a $150 hair bottle, and that's where it should be priced at. $275, $250 is too much. So all you people out there on secondary, I don't know. It's not. It's really good, but it's worth about $150 hairs, and we're gonna tell you why here in just a quick second. Well, a minute. Give me time to talk about it. But even saying that, it most likely is the pinnacle of the Old Forester lineup. Okay. This is better than birthday bourbon. And the reason for that, I don't have any birthday bourbons here to compare tonight, but the reason for that is birthday bourbon smells amazing, right? Always fails to deliver on the palate, at least in the past like 5 years, okay? Maybe 2024 will be better, I don't know. That one's at least 107 proof and 12 years old. But stats-wise, this is 118.6 and 11. So, you know, close enough for government work. Anyway, birthday bourbon's also expensive, very limited, harder to get actually than the President's Choice. So, birthday bourbon's cool to have, don't get me wrong. It's good, but it generally fails to impress on the palate. That's just generally how they've been because they're lower proof. So, if birthday bourbon's not the pinnacle of Old Forester lineup, what's below that? Well, below that would be stuff like your single barrel strengths. Look just like this one here. The problem is these aren't age dated, they're fairly young. They're high proof though. Pour it up here. So, for those that don't know, special shout out to David Perrin for this one. Thank you, sir. This is a Chambers Wine and Liquor, Warehouse H, Floor 4, proof 127.2, compute 63.6%. Alcohol by volume, so it's higher proof. On the nose. This one has a cherry, but it's got a lot of oak and caramel. Okay, but the cherry's dialed back. It doesn't smell as rich or deep or decadent as the President's Choice. God, that's so damn good though. That's got the cherry. It's got the caramel. It's just not. God, it's very good though. Damn. All right, back to the Old Forester President's Choice. Oh. All right, the President's Choice is a lot better, but these are like $85 hairs, roughly. Okay, maybe give or take $20 hairs depending on where you're at. Okay, President's Choice is better, but it's not nearly $200 hairs better. Do you understand what I'm saying? This bottle right here, okay, a long time ago, compared to Old Forester 150th Anniversary Batch 3. This was neck and neck, almost beat that bottle. So this particular single barrel is as good as the Old Forester 150th Batch 3, okay? Old Forester President's Choice here is better than this bottle. So in theory, Old Forester President's Choice is better than Old Forester 150. Established. Old Forester President's Choice is better than most birthday bourbons. Established. Okay, so we think of it that way. It's certainly better than the 1924. I don't have a bottle of that. Sorry, that would have been a good comparison. That's 10 years old. That's only 100 proof. That's nice and oaky, but the finish was super short. It wasn't even worth the $115, $120 hairs that bottle was. Okay, that was like an $80 hair bottle. So that's better than that. So this Old Forester President's Choice is the pinnacle of the Old Forester lineup. When we zoom out and we think of Brown-Forman as a whole, right, I would say this bottle would compete against King of Kentucky. Okay, so King of Kentucky, I had a sample. It's gone. I don't have another one, but a killer bottle. It was very good. But that didn't win my best bourbons I've tried, okay, at the time. So I would say those King of Kentuckys are varying, right, depending on the year, depending on the age. Some of them had different age statements, right? And obviously, Old Forester President's Choice is single barrels, right? So your mileage may vary. But my point is, this is probably the pinnacle of availability anyway in the Old Forester lineup, and it's the highest rated. Okay, so should you try to get one of these? Absolutely. If you're an Old Forester fanboy, pick one up. But if you're pinching pennies and you're like, I don't know, this is $275. Is it worth it, Bourbon Bill? The answer is no. The answer is no, it's not. It's not. It's worth about $150 hairs, and that's where it should be priced at. And that's what it was priced at just last year. So that brings me back to Old Forester getting ready to screw you. Okay, they're pumping out a bazillion of these things. So maybe quality's dropping a little bit, right? Because they're pumping out more numbers. And they're asking an extra hundo on top of what they did last year. Feels like a greedy grab to me. Feels like maybe something's going on. Maybe they got a whole bunch of barrels all of a sudden they don't want anymore. Don't know why. But perhaps there's a reason to that they're pumping these suckers out. Are they top tier Old Forester? Absolutely. They worth $275? No. And the reason why they're not is going to be solidified right now. When we bring out currently our leader for Bourbon of the Year. Dun, dun, dun. Hardins Creek, Jacob's Well, Batch 2, 211 month, which means 17.5-year-old bourbon for MSRP of $165 to $170 hairs. Are you kidding me? $100 hairs less than Old Forester President's Choice. 6.5 years older. 6.5 years older. Some companies don't even produce bourbon as old as the difference between this bottle and the Old Forester President's Choice, which, by the way, is only 1 year shy of their max. Now, I know we didn't talk about it. Old Forester President's Choice is heat cycled. So, what's that make it seem like? 13, 14, whatever. It doesn't seem like 17.5-year-old product, does it? And the pricing is out of line. 11-year-old bourbon, what should that go for? Let me hear it, everybody. $110 to $120 hairs. It's $275. Suck it, Old Forester. Hail to the king of value and deliciousness, Beam. Gotta say, for the money though, the Hardins Creek bottle still dominates the Old Forester. The Old Forester bottle is just looks like the same bottle as the regular Old Forester single barrel proof, same as 1920. And you're charging that much? Beam comes out with a fancy leather and choker and a nice heavy cork. Come on, Old Forester, you sons of cheap bitches. God damn, you pissed me off with that value. All right, here's the Hardins Creek 211. Color. What-oh, boys? What-oh? It looks about the same, if not darker, than the Old Forester President's Choice. On the nose for the Hardins Creek Jacob's Well Batch 2, 211 month. Oh, I've died and gone to heaven. It smells so fucking good. This is a wall of oak. Just oak, sweet tobacco, leather, caramels, brown sugars. God damn. Maple syrup, rich and thick too. Down the hatch. Just dominates. God, good Lord, it's still going. Still going. It's thick, it's viscous. It's got the aged oak that you expect at 17 and a half years, that you expect to pay good money for. That's there. Not as present in the Old Forester, gotta say. Now, I know it's not as old, but they're charging you money like it is. They're charging you money like it's a 20-year-old product. They're charging you money like it's at least 17 on the high end of the market, and it's not. All right, back to the Old Forester President's Choice here. The nose is still good. It's not as good of a nose as the Hardin's Creek down the hatch. And the Old Forester President's Choice is very rich. It's very delicious in its flavor profile. It really is. It's not better than this. Will it place in my top 10 bourbons of the year? Absolutely, it will. It's phenomenal. It's good stuff. It's still overpriced. It's still overpriced. So, don't have FOMO is what I'm trying to say to everybody here. If you can find a really good single barrel, right, you're close. You're not real close, but you're close, right? This is the most available best Old Forester right here. Is it just a single barrel pick? Okay. Taste them, bunch of them, find a really good one. Like I said, this is a warehouse aged floor 4. Start there, maybe. I don't know. I haven't had a better one than this, to be honest with you, though. So maybe that is the key. Warehouse aged floor 4. I just gave away a secret for free. If you get a chance to purchase one of these, should you do it? If it won't hurt you financially, yes. I think this is phenomenal. It really is an elevation. The sad part is it's not a good value, but it is still the best that Old Forester has to offer. Sadly, it's the best Old Forester has to offer. It's just sad that it's not a good value, and they didn't keep the price the same as the $150 last year. That's the only sad part, I guess, that we're talking about here. So, keep in mind, Wild Turkey's still the worst offender here, but Old Forester's creeping into that overpriced offender category with the 1924 overpriced, and with their jacking up the President's Choice overpriced. So they're doing it in areas that are kind of less seen, and they're doing it a better job. Wild Turkey is just openly screwing you. Okay, that's the difference for that. But gotta say, it's phenomenal whiskey. If $275 is not too much for you, which it is for most people, let's be honest, that's too much for most people. Just go buy a single barrel instead. You'll be close enough for government work. Okay. But if you have the choice between this and birthday bourbon, pick the President's Choice any day of the week. You're winning. If you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. Consider joining our Patreon. Have a good evening, everybody.